And what we were thinking, we initially wrote it, is there are a lot of selling books, but there's none that we found that are really designed for the people that may sell to a consumer in their home. Some of the industries that would benefit from this book might be insurance, financial advisors. It might be roofing, pools, landscaping, outdoor kitchens. It's a very different dynamic. A lot of times you're selling to two people, and you're going into their home, which is very different than the way business to business is sold. And it just has some nuances and a selling system that needs to be addressed that's a lot different, and that's why we decided to put the book together. Well, some of the things that we saw as far as the core values that we wanted to address were most of the people that were going into the home really had no system. It was more, go in and kind of wing it. If they are greeted at the front door with a crying baby and two people, they typically would just say, well, where's your air conditioning unit? Where do you want your new flooring? And most of them don't have a process, and so it becomes somewhat chaotic, and a lot of times they're left with, we have to just follow up. Like, we go in, we write down a quote, we email it, and now we're left with a lot of follow-up, and people are so busy they can't seem to, a lot of times, get back in front of those consumers. And we wanted a way where they could complete the sale, do what they needed to do, and follow a process that they could repeat, and that would make them feel like they had somewhat of a control of the process instead of just winging it.
Yeah, I think that it's important to point out that the book doesn't just cover how to sell. I mean, that is certainly an important component, but it's also got an emphasis for the manager or for the small business owner, so that they have some way of instructing their team and making sure that everybody's conducting sales calls relatively the same way. I really feel that this book is especially important for salespeople in this industry, because unlike selling into businesses where you may be dealing with a procurement officer or some department manager who's purchased whatever it is they're going to buy many times before, it's very different in the home. People, let's face it, they hopefully are only going to remodel once in their life. They may only replace the floor covering in their home once in the entire time that they live in that home. They're hoping this will be the last roof they ever put on their house. So the homeowners don't have a lot of experience buying these kinds of things. And if a salesperson goes into the home without any of their own process, and they kind of say something like, so what's important to you in a roofer? I mean, the homeowner's just like a deer in the headlights. They don't really know how to answer that question or to give the salesperson the guidance in order to say or do or present the right thing. This book provides structure and some science to the whole process, so that the salesperson can actually look like they know what they're talking about, and come off in a way that's comfortable, more organized, and it makes the buying decision easier for the homeowner because they don't have a process themselves.